This story is old, but what happened inside this house is still happening right now. Four girls, 5, 6, 11, and 17, were found mummified in an upstairs bedroom in Washington, D.C. An investigator said they were rotten. Their organs were basically gone. The medical examiner said, I literally couldn't write a clean cause of death because there was nothing left to test. We had to use their teeth and DNA just to prove who they were. But even with the bodies in that condition, the violence still showed through. The oldest girl, Brittany, had puncture wounds in her stomach that looked like stab wounds. For the three younger girls, the examiner said it probably was suffocation or poisoning, layered on top of long-term starvation and neglect. And the mother, she wasn't just stressed or depressed. She was living in a full-blown delusion. She told detectives, my daughters were possessed by demons, real demons. The demons were walking around wearing my kids' bodies. My oldest daughter was a Jezebel. She was like a demon from the Bible that was out spreading diseases and just evil. And as far as my younger daughters, they died one by one in their sleep over a week's time. When asked did she stab, strangle, or beat them, she said no, the demons killed them. After the father of my two youngest children died of cancer, he became Jesus, and he was resurrected inside this house, and his spirit is still there. And the only reason I had to throw out the clothes and the furniture is because the demons were attached to it. That's why the house was almost empty. Lawyers tried to get her to plead insanity, but she refused, and the court found her competent to stand trial, and she was sentenced to 120 years. Listen, you got four kids, so decomposed the medical examiner can't even say exactly how they died. He can only say that something brutal happened to them. You got a mother so deep in delusion, she turns her dead boyfriend into Jesus and her living children into demons. And you got a system that stamps her competent to stand trial and hands her 120 years. After hearing what I just said, how can you honestly tell me that you don't think the system is broken? We need to change how we see mental illness. We need to stop being selective about who we decide is suffering from mental health. Right now, there's no equal standard. Some people get not guilty by reason of insanity, and some don't. Some just get labeled monsters and shipped off to prison. This woman thought her living kids were demons, and her dead boyfriend was Jesus. What about that doesn't sound like a mental health crisis? There's a difference between a person being evil and a person needing help. And in my opinion, this woman needed help.